What is going on, guys? Welcome to Beverage Hunters. Today we're going to Winston, and we've been trying to hit up this or shoot at this location for a long time. We're going to Lookingglass Brewing. Very excited to go here. It's in the little town of Winston, Oregon. Very popular brewery. It's been growing actually quite a bit. So very excited to go here and learn the story behind the brew at Lookingglass Brewing, and take you guys along. I know we've had a lot of people ask us to go shoot here, so we finally locked it down. We're heading there right now, and very excited to check it out.
Looking forward to this one myself. Great people, been there a few times. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
A lot of good beer.
Yes.
A lot of good beer. They're pretty popular around here in Douglas County, so I'm excited to learn their story.
They have a very loyal following, and
yes, they do.
Great regulars there, and it's a wonderful place. You always feel like home whenever you go there. Super real.
All right, guys, right behind us is the entry to Wildlife Safari. This is an awesome animal park right here in the small town of Winston, Oregon.
Yes, and it was established in 1972, and it is the only drive-through animal park in the state of Oregon.
They have over 600 animals right behind us, down the street a little ways, and it's awesome, man. They got lions, tigers, bears. Oh my! They have giraffes, ostriches, crocodiles, alligators. They have an awesome walk-through area that is free. You don't have to pay to walk through it. You can see snakes, turtles, owls, monkeys, flamingos, monkeys. They have an awesome little spot to get some burgers. It's a great spot to just come hang out. In fact, me and my kids come here quite often. I've been here since I was a little kid. A lot of good memories.
Yeah. Down
the street right here. So yeah, check this out on your way to get a nice cold beer at Lookingglass, or if you're on your way to Workman's.
Yeah, Workman's here in Winston.
Workman's is right down the road as well.
Wildlife Safari.
Check out Wildlife Safari beforehand. They're open year-round.
Yeah.
Year-round. They have the #1 cheetah breeding program in the world.
In the world, yes.
In the world,
Which
guys.
is crazy here in Winston.
You get to drive through, see some cheetahs. In fact, they're in the walk-through area as well. I've seen them hanging out. They have a dog that hangs out with them. Like, it's pretty sick to see this dog and the cheetahs all hanging out. So, Wildlife Safari, it's right off the freeway. It's right off Old 99. You can't miss it. It's pretty cool. They have signs up and down the interstate.
Yeah.
So check out Wildlife Safari on your way to get something cold to drink. So yeah, it's time. I think it's time for a beer, Dave.
Time for a beer.
Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, guys, here we are behind the brew at Lookingglass Brewing.
At Lookingglass Brewing.
I'm excited, Dave. We're about to learn the story behind the brew.
Dude.
So let's go inside, grab some beer, sit down, and let's learn the story behind Lookingglass Brewing. Very excited to be here. We've had a lot of people asking us to be here, like we said before, but here we are.
People asking me this morning.
Just right off the bat. So let's go inside, grab a beer.
We're here.
Yeah, we are here, guys. We're here in Winston, Oregon. Let's go grab a beer and sit down.
Let's do this.
All right. Hello everybody, welcome to Behind the Brew right here on Beverage Hunters. Today we are in Winston, Oregon, like we said before, at the Lookingglass Brewery. I'm Justin.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mark.
And Mark, thanks for letting us come in here and film with you. Very excited to be
Glad
here.
you're here.
Well, we've had a lot of people asking us to come here actually and learn the story behind you guys and tell it. So here we are. Start off by telling us a little bit about yourself here at the brewery.
At the brewery, well, this actually it started way before the brewery, but started out working at NASA when I was a young kid, about 19 years old, worked there about 23 and a half years. I had a great job there. Didn't like where I lived, so I took a lateral transfer here to the BLM to Oregon, which, as we all know, is the microbrewery capital of the world.
It is, for sure.
That's where I discovered microbreweries, and I fell in love with them. I retired from the BLM after a couple of years. I don't want to say I got bored, but I did. I held up a glass of beer, literally, and I told my wife, I said, I can make this stuff. I said, I can make this stuff. And so I started doing some research.
Hey, well, you're doing a good job.
It took me years literally of research in home brewing before I actually had recipes that I could actually sell. It took me years.
Well, it shows because the beer you guys have is top notch.
I appreciate that very much.
It's really good. So if you guys haven't, stop by and check it out. So what did you do in NASA?
At NASA, we did aeronautical research at Edwards Air Force Base. I worked in a structural test facility, and I was the operations manager over all the technicians and mechanics there. Okay. And so all of the test structure build-up, hydraulic testing, the electronics, all that I was in charge of. And it was a fun job.
Sounds like it. That's really cool. You probably got to see a lot of cool stuff.
It was a fun job. That was the coolest job I've ever had until now.
Until now. There you go.
Until now. Now this is by far the best job anybody could ever have.
100%. So you started off home brewing. Now this is called Lookingglass Brewing. So I imagine you started out in Lookingglass area.
We did. We started there. We lived there, and we still live there today. Okay. And we started brewing there in my shop. And we converted my shop in 2015 to our small brewery, very small, humble brewery. But the shop got converted in 15 when we got licensed. So we were actually licensed in 15. And we were just basically self-distributing at that point. And everybody kept asking me, how do I taste all of your beers, not just one here or one there?
Right.
And so I told Lydia, I said, listen, we have to have a tap room. We need a tap room so that we can have all of our beers on tap. So we literally rented that little small space, 1,000 square feet, back in April of 16, and we had 7 beers on tap when we opened up. I don't know if you remember that, but 7 beers.
I remember when this was just a little room over there. This whole building used to be a couple different businesses.
Yes, it did.
And you guys just had a little spot over there. I remember driving by like, there's a brewery right there. That's crazy. And I watched it slowly turn into a bigger location.
Yeah,
so that's really cool.
Yeah, we went from 7 beers to about 25. I don't have 25 taps, but I have about 25 recipes, and we just started growing. So in 17, we literally bought the building and started planning the expansion.
Okay.
And so we started the actual expansion. We started that in 19. Started the remodel and planning the purchase of the system and things like that. So we bought a brand new 10-barrel system, as you know, and we started brewing on that in June of 2020.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So you guys do some distributing. You guys just self-distribute around this local area, correct?
We self-distribute all around Douglas County, basically.
Okay.
And we're also a little bit in Lane County, and then a little bit south as well, Grants Pass as well.
Awesome. And you guys only do kegs, or do you guys can or bottle it all?
Right now it's kegs. I do have a canning line, and the only thing that's holding that up is a delivery vehicle. I need a refrigerated delivery vehicle, so I'm working on that, and we're real close. We're this close to getting it. And so I can't wait till we get it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. You guys can start finding their beer in some of these local stores.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome. All right, so we have a couple beers in our hands. Dave, what do you got?
Got the Festival Time.
Festival Time. So yeah, it's almost Christmas, in case y'all didn't know. So that's why we're here this time of year. Tell us a little about the Festival Time.
Festival Time is a CDA. So CDA is Cascadian Dark Ale, also known as a black IPA. So it's a real dark, a rich-bodied IPA, but it's still hoppy. And then to give it that festival twist, I threw a little bit of cherry in it, just a little bit. And you can taste that at the end.
Perfect balance of cherry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
so you got the malt, you got the hops, and then you have the cherry. I mean, that's that's a party right there going on with each sip.
Wow, that sounds really good. I should have tried that one. But yeah, we just did a cherry stout on the channel actually, and it was really, really good. So that's cool. This is a little cherry.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dave? Is it
I love it.
All that going on?
I've had it before, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, we brew it once a year only. So one time.
Oh, once a year.
Once in the fall, and when it's gone until next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, come try it while it's still on tap. You know, you only get it once a year. What are you drinking on?
Oh, the T-60 IPA.
Minus 60.
T-60. Yep, it's a light-bodied, nice and clear, with some hops that give it some tropical hops and some stone fruit hops, and a little berry at the end, just a little tiny bit of berry. This has been an amazing seller for us.
Yeah,
it's an amazing seller. As a matter of fact, it's our #1 IPA. People think that it's the overtime, and we do sell a ton of overtime IPA, as our customers love it. But believe it or not, this T-60 took over for #1 as far as our IPAs go.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome.
It's a good beer.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So this is the summertime
It's the summertime
blonde, correct?
Summertime blonde.
This was actually the first beer that I tried from Lookingglass Brewing, and I was really impressed. Like it is really good, smooth, light drinker. I love this beer. Like this is my favorite one from you guys. And you guys sell this all year, correct?
That's all year. Even though we call it summertime blonde, it's all year. If we didn't sell it all year, there'd be a mutiny. They would vote me off the island.
Yeah, it is a beautiful looking blonde, and it tastes just incredible. You can drink this all day long.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a very light body, very lightly hopped. It's only about 20 IBUs, about 5.1% roughly alcohol. But for a blonde ale, we tried to give it flavor, which I believe that we've done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without the bitterness.
Yeah.
And we worked on that for probably several months before I decided it was good enough to sell.
Well, it's top notch.
Well,
like it's got flavor. It's still a light drinker. You can like drink this all day long. It's full of flavor.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you guys have any more looking to expand it all? Maybe another bigger brewery, maybe another location anywhere? Anything in the works, maybe?
That's always possible. We I call this. I had this grand plan. My plan was 3-phase. Phase 1, of course, was in our shop. This is phase 2, where we're at now.
Okay.
Phase 3 would be a production facility.
Okay.
And so right now, 10 barrels, you guys know, is just too small for production.
Yeah.
But a production facility would be next if we got that far, which I hope we do.
I think you guys
Me too.
will.
And so that would be phase 3, which would be that would be the end of my grand plan. So a production facility and distribute multi-state.
Yeah.
That would be.
I can see you guys getting there. You got a heck of a following as it is.
You do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, in the meantime, if we find another location to open a tap room during phase 2, that would be great too. But my grand plan would be a phase 3 production facility. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and as far as food goes at the brewery, if someone wants to come over here and hang out, maybe get something to eat, what do you guys offer around this or at your tap room here?
Yep, we have a different food truck every day.
Okay.
And they're always parked right out front, the same spot.
There you go.
Can't miss them. Today we have Granny's Mini Hut. They're great, and we have a different truck just about every day.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys pull up to the brewery, you'll see what's being served right outside the front door. Actually, they have a different food truck all the time. It's really cool to see. Yeah. So that way you guys don't have to worry about making food in here and all that, all that stress.
It's another level of business. I would rather focus on the beer.
Yeah, I like that. You let someone else worry about the food, and it helps another local business out, and you guys just worry about making.
Well, you know what? They help us, we help them. We bring them business, they bring us business, and we don't charge them. And
right.
so
That's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. Cool. And so we just want them to do well. We want them to bring us business. I want everybody to succeed.
Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Yep.
Because we went to Weekend Brewery, and they always have they have 5 food trucks set up.
Yeah, they have a nice setup outside.
I know. It's a great place. They have a great place down there. I love their brewery.
Really awesome how they do that.
Yeah.
Work with all these other different businesses.
Absolutely.
Too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We try. We try. Yeah, we try and get involved in the community. We try and give back and whatnot.
Yeah, and speaking of community, we're sitting on a stage right here in the tap room. You guys have a lot of big music scene coming here from locally?
We do. We have at least a couple of bands each month. We do karaoke a couple of times a month. We're going to start doing bingo in January. Our next band is going to be December 10th. Rockwork Orange. Those guys are amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
So that's during our Christmas
party on
December 10th. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
December 10th, come check them out. Yeah, they have a cool little stage right here on the corner where we're sitting, and then lots of seating out here. So, yeah, this location is actually really good because I know in the summertime it gets a lot of traffic goes through here, heading to the coast. And then you have wildlife safari not far away. So I'm sure you guys get pretty busy during the summer.
We do, and we're right on the highway. I love that. We have a billboard, as you know, right off the freeway.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that helps. And of course, we try and advertise widely. We try.
Yeah. So you guys do have a Facebook page, correct?
Absolutely.
People can go follow that.
Facebook, Instagram, absolutely.
Right on. So yeah, go follow them. I'll link those down below.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this part. Now we're gonna head into the brewing side and talk about some of the beer back there.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Guys, now we're in the brewing side of Lookingglass Brewing. This is a pretty nice spot. You said you got a 10-barrel system going.
We do.
And how often are these brewing beer constantly?
Well, we brew basically as often as it takes to keep all of our tanks full. We have five fermenters, one of them being a double. It's a 20-barrel. The rest of them are 10-barrel. So we have a total of 5 fermenters. So we brew as often as we need to keep them full. Because we go through a lot of beer, as you can imagine. So, and we brew almost full batches, almost every single time, which is 10 barrels, 310 gallons at pop, except for the double. The double behind us is the 20 barrel, and that one is, of course, 620 gallons of beer. Wow, that's a double batch, and so we keep them all full all the time. So right now we only have one empty tank, and we're going to use that tomorrow.
Okay.
It became empty this morning when above the cake. And so we can brew tomorrow. So now we can brew tomorrow. So they're all full all the time.
All right. And, what are you going to be brewing in this one tomorrow?
Tomorrow, the Easy Time Red.
Okay.
Red Ale. Yeah, and that's a very popular beer.
Yeah, they've got a whole list of beers, so be sure to check out.
About 25.
25.
A lot of seasonals, though.
A lot of seasonals rotate pretty well.
Yeah. We have a lot of year-rounds, but also a lot of seasonals.
Sweet. So talk about some of the seasonals. What seasons and which beers do you guys kind of pop out throughout the year?
Well, the one seasonal we talked about earlier is the Festival time. That's a one-time-a-year beer brewed in the fall for the holidays.
Okay.
So that's that dark CDA, with a little bit of cherry in it. So that's one of our seasonals. Another seasonal is our springtime IPA. We brew that usually early spring and keep it on through the summer. And then we plan for Festival time to come on after that.
Okay.
So we have our Hectic Time Blonde, which we all love. It's a very popular beer, but it's brand new, and I only have 18 taps, so
all right,
so it needs to be a seasonal. So we love that beer. Everybody loves Hectic Time.
Let's talk about that one real quick. Hectic Time. So
Time.
I know that I believe there's a band connected to that beer a little
Hectic
bit.
Week. They're a great band. They're amazing. Yeah, Hectic Week. And Jen and Mike came to me one day and said, "Hey, how about we brew a beer for us?" And I said, "Hey, that sounds great." So that we did some cross promotion, and it worked out great. We've done that cross promotion all year long.
That's awesome.
And so we brewed the beer. We named it after them. So it's called Hectic Time. She wanted a light beer. Jen wanted a light beer. We brewed a light beer, and she wanted a little citrus on the back end. And so I made it 25 IBUs versus that blonde, which is 20.
Yeah.
So the Hectic Time is 25 IBUs with some citrus at the end.
So it's a little bit tweaked of the regular blonde.
It is, and it was also different hops. So it's a little citrus. She wanted the citrus hops, and so I made it light body with citrus hops at the end.
I might have to try that next because I haven't tried that beer yet, and it sounds really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Good. So that's the seasonal. We have our Good Time Amber, which is a seasonal which is coming back.
I've had that one.
Like real soon. We just brewed it. It's coming back real soon here. So we have our Stout and our Porter, which both rotate.
Yeah.
So those two rotate. We have 3 double IPAs that are all seasonals. There's probably more. That's all I can think of.
It's hard to keep track of all the beer that
I
Dave
have
made.
25 recipes. So.
Hey, that's awesome.
Now, are you ever going to get into casking at all? Have you ever thought about getting into
Well, if you look around, we just don't have the
Lack
space.
of room.
We don't have the space.
Not a lot of room
There
yet.
seems to be a lot of a problem with some of this.
I mean, just this room alone. This room is 1,000 square feet, and look how much stuff we have in it, including,
It's packed.
including the big cooler.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
is
all
a
the
lot in
equipment.
this.
Yeah.
Considering what this used to be.
Yeah. So we did the best we could. But
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be doing any casting. So.
Yeah, it's cool. As you guys drive by on the road, you can look in the windows and see pretty much the whole brewery as you're going by. So it's really cool to see that. So tell us a little bit about your drive to make beer from the beginning. Like what really kind of motivated you to start making beer and turn into this blossoming business?
Well, I know that when I retired from my government job, I got a little bit bored, and I told my wife I could make this stuff, and I started doing my research. And I've loved beer since I was 3. Well,
Since I was 3.
no,
Every great brewery starts early.
I think it was maybe 5. So anyway, I've loved beer all my life. I mean, all my life. And like I said, when I got to Oregon, discovered craft beer. That coupled with me retiring from the government was the perfect marriage.
Yeah.
Craft beer and me being retired.
Right? Yeah, you get to just sit back
So
and
I started home brewing and started developing recipes at that time. And that was a long time ago. 2010 I retired, and that was a long time ago. And so I started home brewing. And then that just kept building. I mean, all that did from there when I started home brewing was just snowball. It just gained momentum. And I would take my beer to, like, my neighbors used to have a lot of parties.
Yeah.
I would literally take my beer to them or invite them over, all of the people I didn't even know, and give them beer, and they were like, oh my God, you gotta sell this,
So you kind of started a following, and then that kind of started just helping snowball.
It did. It just snowballed from there. It did. And then we applied for our license in 14, and we got a license finally in 15, and it's history from there.
Awesome. Yeah, because I remember being tied to this town for years, and I remember Lookingglass Brewery before this.
Yes.
I remember when you were home brewing.
Yes.
I do go back.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite a ways.
I did. I had my beer. I was even sold growlers at a Lookingglass store before we had this spot. Yeah.
Huh.
So we had beer in different restaurants and bars, and also in Lookingglass store and a few other stores. But yeah, we tried to get out there.
Yeah.
But people wanted, like I said, to taste all of our beer in one location.
Yeah, you need a home base.
Yes. And this became a home base.
I love the feel of these, craft breweries like this, where you have your own location. You can bring your family in here. You can just hang out. It's not like a bar scene. It's a little more family oriented.
Yeah, but this place
I like
really
that
is
feel,
family
for sure.
orientated.
Yes.
We really want that. We want a fun, safe, clean place for people to come, and that's what I hope we've created, and it seems like we have.
For sure.
But we want people to feel welcome here, feel safe here, and everything.
Their seating area is very nice. They put a lot of work into that.
Very
The
well lit, a
tables,
lot of windows everywhere.
Yes, it's a very nice spot. So you can bring your family out to listen to music, watch a show, grab some food off the truck. So it's an awesome little spot.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
Well, Dave, you got anything else?
I think we covered it.
I think we covered everything.
You gonna get Bubba in there? You gonna get Bubba in there?
Yeah, Bubba, come on.
Come on, Bubba. Get Bubba in
Talk
here.
about some beer real
Let's
quick.
introduce Bubba.
There you go. Everyone, this is Bubba.
This is Bubba.
Hey, we-
every time.
Lookingglass Brewing would not be Lookingglass Brewing without Bubba.
No.
Hey.
This guy, he's my right-hand man, number 1. And number 2, everybody knows him. And number 3, when he walks around with our swag on, he's a walking billboard.
Yeah.
It's easy. You can't miss a ball game.
What are you drinking on, Bubba?
This is springtime IPA.
It's springtime IPA. I think we were just talking about that one too. It's one of the
Seasonals.
ones that's seasonal.
It's not gone now, of course, it's into the season.
We're in the middle of winter, but it's still popular enough that they got to keep it.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's on sale right now. Come down, finish off the cake so we can get it off.
There you go. Get down here.
So come down to Lookingglass Brewery.
Help them empty that keg or the kegs.
It's on special at $2 off. So yeah, that's right.
But when did you start working for Lookingglass?
On the boat, books.
On the books.
On the officially.
A little over a year and a half.
Year and a half.
So July 1 of 21.
All right.
July 1 of 21.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's your role here? Like, what do you do for Lookingglass Brewing?
I'm outdoor sales and cake distribution.
Okay.
As Mark puts it, I do a lot of other things around here.
Assistant brewer, he does the kegging, all that, maintains the tanks, maintains the system. He does an awful lot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He works events for us, a lot of events. We do a lot of events, as you know.
Yeah.
But he works almost all of our events as well.
Fantastic.
I usually catch me at an event. I'm the guy in the kilt.
Killed it up out there.
I bet you won't wear one at our next event.
No.
It's a little
It's
chill.
gonna be January outside.
Oh, yeah. We'll probably have snow by then. You know, I don't want to be there.
I do draw a limit to a point.
So do you brew beer as well back here? Or are you part of that?
Yeah, I help Mark on.
Just you help them. Okay.
So he's my assistant brewer, does a lot, but also, like I needed him. I actually got hurt a few months ago. And I couldn't do anything because my right arm, I couldn't move it at all.
It was his day off. You were lifting the carry.
That was the
Pull the muscle.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so he actually had to get up on this brewer stand for what, 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row, Bub was on the brewer stand because I couldn't be there. And so, yeah.
Sales went up.
So,
you're like,
he
all
jumps
right.
up there. If I need him, he jumps up there, but he's also my assistant. Absolutely.
Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, it's good to have a good right hand
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Got to keep rolling.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's it for us, guys. Thanks for watching so much. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for some more awesome local craft breweries. This was the story behind the brew at Lookingglass Brewing. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and stop by and grab a delicious beer.
Cheers.
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 Cool.
Always comes here. This is his outlet. He has a stressful job. One day I was at work and I have Life 360 for my kids.
Yeah.
And so I click on to see where the kids are, and I see that Rob's at Main Street, Lookingglass. And I'm like, babe, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm napping. So I look at him, I'm like, cool, is there a cozy spot to nap at Lookingglass Brewery? So now it's our joke. I like click on to check on the kids, and I'm like, are you napping again?
Like, yeah.
We absolutely love Mark and Lydia, and he just comes here and he sits at the member table, and
It's just nice.
it's just nice. Like,
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your beer of choice?
T-minus
I like
30.
the hazy, but the 30 is my go-to.
The hazy.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
The summertime blonde's my personal
Summertime's
favorite.
good, yeah. All their beer's good.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was just telling him. Like, I haven't found one I don't like yet.
You can't go wrong.
And also, if you have kids too, like our kids go play cornhole, like they
Yeah.
watch the burnout competitions. Like Mark put a shutdown to that a couple years ago.
Yeah, Backside might do the same thing after the last year's. They got
It's
beat
just,
up by that
like,
one.
These guys are literally family to us. They're amazing.
Awesome. See,
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
family oriented.
Thank you.
I was just telling him in the
Amazing.
video, hey, this is like a family joint.
It is.
Totally.
A lot of local breweries though. You can go in there, bring your family. You don't have to worry about all kids aren't allowed. You know, you can just sit down, get some food, hang out, music's playing.
We couldn't figure out what to get him for his birthday.
Oh,
And
so you got the
literally,
hat.
He got that for a different reason, but literally I got to go back in the room and like there weren't all the sizes out, so
Oh.
Lydia took me back in the room and we picked like sizes for Rob, and he wears his Lookingglass sweats every night. Like
My man.
I love this one.
Yeah, they're very comfortable. They're nice and soft. Oh, I love them.
I mean,
Got a good company, you know. It's good. Well, thanks for sharing, guys. I appreciate it.
This is Lookingglass Microbrewery. It's not just a destination, it's a community where people come together and they care. They give to each other, they enjoy great beer. We have good friends, and without this place, I really don't know what we would do.
Nice.
Cheers, my friends. Come,
Cheers.
come and join us.
There you go. And what are you drinking on?
Oh, the stout.
Ooh, I've got a taster over there.
I
It
saw
is
that,
good.
brother. Does it get any better than this?
I mean, not at the moment.
Oh, you
It
should
is
come here
good.
for the parties. They'll have 100 people here, man.
Hey, yeah, preach it up.
Oh, this is Winston. This is the heart of Douglas County, and it's very interesting. It takes you a while to break in. I'm a newcomer, but I've never met better people in my whole life.
No, for sure. I love the community feel, family feeling.
Yes, sir.
They make you feel wanted.
I know.
Exactly. It's a
And
great time.
Mark and Lydia do so much behind the scenes, and of course Bubba. I don't know what. No one knows how much they really work.
Yeah, they do a lot, man.
They
We're just
do.
learning about how much they do. And
I just come and drink beer.
yeah,
Does life get any better?
beer brings people together.
Well, yes, it does. But I mean,
Craft beer.
they have horseshoe courts. They have corn throwing ball thing, cornhole.
cornhole. Yes, that's
And
fun.
they just have, I mean, this is a community
Yeah,
of believers in what's good for us.
that's right.
You gotta join us sometime, my friends.
Come check it out.
You won't regret it.
I mean,
Now, get a picture of this old guy. He's our icon.
the icon.
Come on in. This is our icon. Both of them. This dog is more welcome than anybody else will ever be here.
All right. Well, looks happy. Look at that.
Oh, she is. She gets good food, gets to pet people, gets love, gets out of the house.
The owner gets a good beer? Come on. Thanks for sharing, boss.
Whatever works, my friend.
You're the guy.
Whatever works.
And let's do this, Dave. All right, guys, right behind us is the entry to Wildlife Safari. This place right here in the small town of Winston, Oregon.
Which started in 1972. What was I supposed to say?
1972, the only
drive through. Okay, really close. Okay. Established 1972.
I messed up my shit.
Fuck. Established 1972. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.